There's a debit version. I like that one. It is so funny. Everybody in this neighborhood is so worried about me because I'm wearing a tank top and it's 49 degrees. I mean, sure, I'm a little cold, but I think I'm going to be fine to get a laptop desk for my computer, from my minivan. I'm heading to Miami today to Design Week, and then I'm really going to be doing van life. Right now I've got my minivan right there, parked at my parents' home in Clearwater, Florida. It's about 4.5 hours away from Miami via the interstates, and it's all packed up and ready to go, van lifestyle, with a hammock hung to sleep in. Let me give you a tour. Well, hello. Welcome to my home. I just moved into this minivan, a 2001 Toyota Sienna from my mom. Thank you, Mom. Today, when I drove down to Florida before Thanksgiving, I was really just trying to haul ass and make it down here in time. And I did sleep in the car in rest areas, but I had so much stuff in the car, it really wasn't set up for living. I have had some time to kind of shake down, get rid of some stuff, and make it a little bit more livable as my first iteration, my first prototype of what it might be to live in this minivan. By the way, hello from Wild Turkey Strand Preserve, near somewhere between Fort Myers and Immokalee, Florida, in South Florida. There's nobody here right now, and it's beautiful in the afternoon, so let me give you a tour of my van. So here we have it, a standard Toyota Sienna, 2001. I bought some weather guards to keep rain out and keep the windows open, but those are on the way. And here's the cab. Pretty straightforward. Try to keep the space open, but it's not. Down here in the seat, I just have some clothes. I've been wearing a tripod for this video. On the door pockets, I've got an atlas. I've got some bug spray, some flashlights, and same here. I've got a map of Florida, some backup sunglasses, bug spray, hand sanitizer, tire gauge, umbrellas. You get the idea. Down in the passenger side footwell, this is a beach bag with all of my beach stuff. This is a nice pair of binoculars. Down here I have my closest thing to refrigeration, which is just a lunchbox cooler at this point. Down here, my phone charger. I also have a nice backup camera, aftermarket Bluetooth radio thing, and some wipes and paper towels. In between the passenger and driver seats, I have a trash can from my bathroom back in Chicago. I've got a pair of boots, obviously my charging cable, some Kleenex, and my active drinking water bottle. I've also got my change down there and some petty cash. What else is up here? I do have a sunglasses case here, which I use to keep my really dark mirror sunglasses, which are really only useful for driving. There I am. Hi. Yeah, I really only use these for driving. They're a little too dark and like crazy looking otherwise. So they stay up here, which is actually quite useful. And of course I have a CD collection here. These are actually all from high school. And it is very funny being back in Florida where I'm from, listening to music that I listened to back when I was in Florida in high school. This is very much a blast from the past. And really, I didn't drive much at all in Chicago unless it was a rented vehicle. So it's kind of appropriate that it's really time travel. So that's the cab. Now in the side doors, the first thing you'll notice is my closet here. These are all of my clothes here except for my beach stuff in the front seat, passenger seat. I've also got like a catch-all. This is like a mirror. Thermometers, just Sharpie, inhaler, stuff like that. And really, this is all of the clothes that I have. I keep my underwear and socks in here. I keep my tops and dresses in here, and I keep my pants and miscellaneous stuff in here. This is bungeed to the back of the chair, just real easy to bungee this. And it does create some dead space, this kind of triangle of space between the seat and the shelves. So I actually keep my, what I call my long stuff in here, which includes a Pilates mat, trash bags, tripod, folding chair, that's the green thing, and a couple of other things. Just really useful dead space, right? I also stuck my little laptop desk right here, just because there was already a bungee there. I figured it made sense. Right here's my backpack. This is kind of like my day pack. If I go in somewhere and I know I'm going to spend a bunch of time, I'll bring this. It's got my bathroom stuff in there too, and just my chargers and stuff like that. There is kind of a pile going on between these two shelving units here. I've got more Pilates stuff, 2 pillows, which I may end up getting rid of. The red thing is my purse, more Pilates stuff, and there's my long stuff, as I called it. This is an umbrella, my folding chair. Also, this shelf on the side here is, the top shelf is my bathroom. This is first aid and self-care type stuff. Down here, these 2 drawers are craft stuff. So there's like scissors, tape, stationery, paper, pens and pencils and stuff like that. Just what would go into my desk in an apartment. In the dead space here, I have my travel backpack that I use when I travel internationally or via plane. And also stuck down there is a thermoflask water bottle, which I keep there because I just today installed this kind of 14 or 18 cup Brita filter. This is my water at this point. I'm stacking it up here because it's easy to secure to the headrest, and it just uses gravity really well. Even if I needed to wash my hands, I could do it right here by sticking a bucket down there. I picked up this water filter because I have been spoiled by Chicago water for 10 years now. And don't get me wrong, Chicago's got lead and it's a problem. But Florida's water, not only is it sketchy, but it tastes awful. So at the very least, I wanted to be filtering a little bit. So I bought this used on Facebook Marketplace today in Clearwater before I left. And I thought it was perfect. It fits on top of this shelf here. It bungees in really easily against the headrest. I haven't had a chance to even use it yet, so I will let you know how I feel about it over time. So yeah, things are kind of piling up in between here. I do want to be able to move between the cab and the back more easily. But for now, this is what I've got going. Also, if you haven't noticed, I do have a hammock. This is my bed, and it hangs from the front grip assist to the rear hatch hinge. It works. I have a whole video about this. You can look it up. Also, another YouTuber named Divine Zeal does this, and he's been really helpful assuring me that this is possible. Also, over here, I've got some Kleenex and a flashlight and whatever. Down on the floor, it is just stock. There's some extra stuff in here put down to cover the bumpy hinges and stuff. And I have this plastic rug out here. Here's a book. Natural Places on the Gulf Coast. I bet this park that I'm in right here is in this book. And my towel and my hat that I like to sleep in. With the hammock, I do have a sleeping bag, which is currently tied up in a milk crate right here. You're going to notice that milk crates are a theme for me. Also in here, I do have a throw blanket. It's a heated blanket. I don't have anything to plug it into, but I do have the cord. I figure that might come in useful in the future. And it's fleece either way, so it's very warm either way. And yes, I'm in Florida, but yes, it does get cold at night. Also hung up on one of the grips on the right here, I do have my heavy coat, well, for Florida, which is my leather jacket, my rain jacket, which is orange, which I'm really happy about because it's kind of hunting season right now, and I'm about to go on a hike, and just a collared shirt, something to layer with. And you can see that besides this mostly empty milk crate and the hammock, it's really open in here. There's a couple of milk crates here, but the rest of the stuff is in milk crates at the back. That milk crate right here is my toilet milk crate. I haven't had to use it. I don't want to use it, but it's there in case I need it. And this is my bookshelf, my book milk crate. You can see there's the owner's manual, repair manual for this car at the top of it. Thank you, Mom, for that. Also sticking into the back, I have a boogie board. I'm going to meet a friend in Miami and we're going to have a bit of a beach vacation together. And I've also got a plastic folding table there, which will be useful when I use the kitchen at the back of my car. Let's go in the back. So there's my back. It does look a little lived in, but I've opened this a couple times and people don't really notice much. It does kind of look just kind of like an overcrowded minivan. So starting on the right, I've got the boogie board storage, my plastic table, which I can pull out here, which is great. Paper towel to keep it from rattling around, and because I need paper towel when I'm back here. I've got this shelf, this chrome metal shelf that I picked up from the trash back when I lived in Chicago. Did not expect that thing to come with me, but here it is. I've got my kitchen. So up here, I've got a cutting board, some tea, my stove, which I'll show you in another video. I've got my towel here and just lightweight stuff so that it doesn't move around too much. Here underneath, my mom just bought a hospital bed and we got a set of twin sheets for it. This is the bag that it came in, which I use to cover my kitchen utensils because I think these are the things that give me away the most as a van dweller. Yeah, I've got 2 sets of eating utensils here, you know, just in case I have friends. But I've got like, you know, a meat thermometer, a ladle. I've got like way more than I'll probably actually use, but I do enjoy cooking. Knives, yeah. Salt and pepper right here. And spices and things like zip ties and rubber bands. And my pantry. I've got masa mixta, which is just corn flour, good for making tortillas. I do have a tortilla maker in here. I also have some seaweed and lard and a whole bunch of sardines and canned fish, cod liver. I love these foods, especially when I'm hungry. I learned to eat pretty weird and pretty minimal when I was fasting for a long time. I actually lost 150 pounds doing prolonged saltwater fasting over the course of less than a year. Anyway, that's why I know that I can survive with van life. Like, I'm not worried about it in terms of food. I've also got a can of chicken down here, 1 leftover container, some peppercorns, salt, potassium salt, and olive oil. Oh, and a can of corned beef hash. That'll be good. I'll have that for breakfast tomorrow. Down here, I've got, this is vinegar. I don't plan to keep vinegar in a plastic container for too long, but I've got coconut oil, beef tallow, bacon fat. All these things are great. They stay good at room temperature, or even warmer. Then I've got a whole bunch of different vinegars. Again, I like to cook. Oh, and sesame oil. So, you know, like, it's a pretty simple kitchen, but it's a kitchen. Down here, this is like some zines my friend gave me in my shell collection that didn't have a better place to go. Down here, there was some dead space underneath the shelf, and I put my aluminum foil and saran wrap down here, and it's perfectly great. I also have this red piece is also part of my kitchen. I've got this, oh, somebody's here, rack if I want to make a fire. I've got a frying pan, Ziploc bags, an apron, tortilla press, stuff like that. I also have this wooden piece to turn this into a tabletop when my frying pan's not in it. Also, under here, these are my tools. I don't want to get into it, but basically there's like cordless drill, zip ties, you know, cords and lines. What else is down here? Sewing kit, you know, just simple tools for if I need to make repairs or improvements. This is kind of my junk drawer. This has like a tablecloth, paper plates, and stuff if I want to have like a bonfire. These are seeds that I'm going to give to a friend of mine. These are things that I'm going to pawn, a bunch of random stuff that's going to be gifts. Yeah, these are like gifts, something that I designed, a keychain for me to give as gifts to people that I meet on the road. It's important to have gifts. And down here is kind of electronics and games and like audiovisual equipment, production equipment. Just basically, again, my desk drawer full of electronics. And you know what? that's it. Is that it? I think that's it. Yes. Please leave me. Oh, I'll show you my toilet crate. So this used to have my laundry stuff in it, which I left my laundry bag in Clearwater with my parents. Oopsies, that's fine though. This I like potentially to pee in, although it is not like watertight up here, so it probably won't stick around for long. But I like that it's orange and it basically will act as a traffic cone if I ever break down or something like that. Need to call AAA. I've got some cleaning supplies in here, yogurt containers. These are also potential pee jugs, basically. I've got toilet paper. I've got latex gloves. I've got trash bags, and I've got a bag. If you know me from my other YouTube video, you'll already know what this is. This is pine litter. These are pellets of compressed sawdust that I used to use for my cats before I gave them away. God, I miss them. But these are for me to poop in if I ever really do need to poop. And I've tested it. I can sit on that milk crate. It's not comfortable, but it'll get the job done. And it won't be hard to get to from my hammock. So it's a super simple toilet solution, but I am going to be more like urban van dwelling. So I'm just anticipating being able to use toilets, or even just like, you know, like poop out here, for example, and use the toilet paper if I need to. But in an emergency, I will be able to take a dump in this car. I just won't really look forward to it. The great thing about the pine pellets is that they neutralize odor very quickly. I've got some scarves here. Yeah, I mean, it's super simple. I guess some people would say it's super minimal. I actually really do want to move into a Prius, but that's coming up. I have this van right now, and I'm living in it. So that's it for now. It's just a first iteration, just a first prototype. I'll be experimenting the whole way down. But I wanted to share it to show you how it'll change in the future, what works, what doesn't work, what I need, what I don't need. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd like to follow my van life adventures of somebody who is wintering in Florida in a minivan with a hammock as a bed. Yeah, I'm gonna go on a hike and get in some trouble, and then I'll end up in Miami tonight to go to Design Week in the morning. Bye, car.